looking back at this, seeing how many Christians are suffering for their beliefs today. I mean, China, though, their Christians are martyred in China. Is I've heard so many stories about it that the Chinese church, through the persecution, they're growing, they're becoming bigger, and it's in these churches that are persecuted that they actually have the strongest faith, because they're ready to die for their beliefs. They're ready to die for God. They're willing to give their lives. But think. Let's ask these questions that we did at the beginning. Could we ever do this for God? Or are we just posers? Are we fans or followers? Would we be able to lay our lives down for God, for what we believe? Some other questions that came up through the lesson. Could we say that there is no evil among us, like Blandina? Are we being the best testimonies for Christ that we can? Or are we living in our selfish lusts that this society, this generation brings upon us, says it's fine to do? You got it. There were so many Christians martyred in the Roman Colosseum that the animals actually became sick of eating human flesh. That's how many people were martyred then. The animals actually became sick of eating humans because they ate some. And that doesn't even add up the amount that have died just in the past 100 years. So, are we living our lives to the fullest for God? Are we giving everything we have to God to follow Him, to trust Him in everything? Or are we just being fans? Because it's the popular thing to do right now. The price has been paid for our sins. Now let's live to show that to others, whether we are persecuted or not. Whether, even though we don't have the intense persecutions like the brothers and sisters back then did, we have persecutions today. They're not as bad, but still people find them very hard today in America. People laughing at you because of your religion, things like that. They're not even that difficult. Some are falling away. But let's live our entire lives for God, giving everything to follow Him. Let's be followers, not just fans. Let's give Him our all, not just part. Let's show everyone the change that God has done in our lives, and hopefully bring about that change in others too. Bring that out. So even though we don't suffer persecution today, as in our country, our brothers and sisters around the world are suffering horrible tortures that we can't even comprehend. I'm pretty sure most of you didn't even know about that those tortures could even exist. There are even some passages in Hebrews where Paul relates to people being sawn asunder, cut in two. No, it wasn't a magic trick. I'm not going to get into that. That's gross. Then they're just think these aren't even the worst tortures that are going to come. And for the people that are that will be saved during the time of the tribulation, we can't even begin to imagine what they're going to go through. Yeah.
That girl at Columbine, she got a gun stuck to her head, and she was like denied Jesus, and she did, and she got her head blown off.
There are Christian martyrs around the world today, and they're not even going through the worst of it. In Revelation, it says the worst is yet to come. So we should be proclaiming our beliefs to others, saving them before that time comes, so they won't have to endure that time. We should be living our lives fully for God, not for ourselves.
has nothing to do with the lesson, but the fact that you said you had the thing from the internet. And this thing you said.
From
Oh, yeah,
Abraham Lincoln.
The thing about quotes on the internet is you cannot confirm the validity. Abraham Lincoln.
But yeah.
It's a wrap.